Hey, Jason Williams here with Ironclad Underwriting, and I get a lot of people asking me about due diligence and how do you figure out what your numbers are for CapEx, budget, and all that. And I want to first say right off the bat that I have a free due diligence checklist that you can download. It's ironcladunderwriting.com/resources/due diligence. You can go download it, and it's probably going to be overkill for 90% of the people out there, but at least it'll give you a good idea of what you can look for or what you should be looking for. But due diligence starts before even using that checklist, and even before you're under contract. And whenever I go visit a property, there's a few things I always bring with me. And one, that's a camera. I always have a phone, a camera, or iPad. You always want to have that. Two, you always have a flashlight. And three, I always bring another person. And usually it's my wife, Angel, because she's the talkative one. Usually when we're touring, we're either meeting with the manager or the broker. And so she carries on the conversation with the broker or manager while I will run around taking pictures of everything. I'll take pictures of the parking lot, take pictures of the siding of the building, take pictures of any cracks that I see, any deferred maintenance that I see, and all this is happening before we're under contract. So, and again, put it all on my camera, usually with my iPad or my phone. I upload them to a Google Drive so that all my partners can see. But yeah, so Angel's talking to the person giving us the tour and finding out information about units, residents, problems they have, things you can't really see but you can hear about, so we can plan about it later. And I'm taking pictures of everything that I can see. I take pictures of like all the electric meters, make sure there's enough meters for every unit if it's supposedly all the units are metered. Take pictures of the gas meters, see if, because those are usually master metered. Take pictures of the electrical panels, make sure they are not Federal Pacific stab blocks, because if they're stab blocks, your insurance is going to go up, or you may be required to change them all. So all these things matter, and when you take pictures of everything, you document it, and then you can go back through and say, all right, well this property has all stab blocks. So you let your insurance broker know, say, hey, this property has stab blocks. Can we get good insurance, or do we have to replace them all? And what I have found on one of my properties is the premium and insurance is a whole lot cheaper than going in and replacing them all for the amount saved with insurance. I usually like a 10 to 15 year payoff. When you're holding a property for 5 years, that payoff doesn't work. So, and of course you can do cost seg and stuff like that, but that doesn't really matter because, I mean, in the long run, you're outlaying all these costs for a difference in premium. So like I said, my premium is worth not having to change everything. Yeah, when they go out, we will replace them with GEs or something newer. But in the long run, yeah, take pictures of all the electrical panels. I take pictures of all the appliances, take pictures of the flooring, take pictures of any leaks or cracks in the walls, because all of this is going to affect what your business plan is. And yeah, you might find a bunch of cracks in the wall and leaks and everything, but guess what? That doesn't mean it's the end all be all of your business plan. You just have to plan around it. And you can usually, if it's bad enough, you can adjust your price accordingly to reflect all the changes you're going to have to bring up. So suppose these people are selling a property for, say, $5 million, and you go in, you say, yeah, we're going to redo all the flooring and bring appliances up and all that. We're going to spend $7,500 per unit. And okay, but then when you go and tour it, you're like, oh, well, crap. Now we're going to have to deal with $150,000 in plumbing. We're going to have to deal with new roofs. So either we have to budget in insurance deductible, or we're going to have to just flat out buy a whole new roof. And so when all these things add up, you can say, well, you're a $5 million property. Yeah, it might be worth $5 million if all these other things were done properly or taken care of, but I'm going to have to go in and put $1.5 million extra in, so I'll offer you $3.5 million. And yeah, they're probably going to scoff at that because you're $1.5 million shorter than what they expected. But at least you're starting to bring things to their attention, and then they are more likely to negotiate in that regard. So, and again, this is all before I'm even under contract. And so with that, just keep in mind, due diligence starts before a contract. Take pictures, bring someone else there. Always bring somebody else there anyway, even if they're not talkers, because they're going to see things you're not going to see. So I usually take at least 2, sometimes 3 or 4 people with me when I go visit a property. So that's what I recommend. And again, flashlight, camera, iPad, something. I like my iPad because I can take a picture of it and write notes on it and move move forward with it, things like that. So again, this is Jason Williams with Ironclad Underwriting, and this is what I go through when I walk a property before I'm even under contract. And if you want to learn more, you can hit me up, ironcladunderwriting.com. You can go to LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. I'm on all three. You can message me there. I have a podcast, Ironclad Underwriting Podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple, Google, all the main podcasting platforms, so you can catch me there. If you want to learn more, hit up any of those. And again, I have the due diligence report or checklist at ironcladunderwriting.com /resources /due diligence.